We've extended our hand of cooperation to Serbia for years, so this is not the first time that we find ourselves together with Vučić in such a gathering. But I have to say that this meeting, which was, of course, upon the insistence of President Macron and Chancellor Scholz, a request of theirs which I respected, since they are some of our closest allies, was not a negotiating meeting. It was an informal meeting, as they called it, where we exchanged views. I can say that Mr. Vučić exchanged views. He was whining and complaining and, of course, not telling the truth, which is a virtue of his, having been Minister of Propaganda of Milosevic. But I had the opportunity also to ask him, first of all, does he consider that he has an agreement with Kosovo or not? This is a key question, because he undertook obligations in Brussels, and if he goes out from one media to another and says that he's not going to implement, then it puts the entire process into question. I asked him to remove his army from around the border with Kosovo. And thirdly, I've asked him to remove the support for these criminal gangs that are causing pain to ordinary citizens, especially to Serbs who live in the north, by intimidating them and using violence against them. And finally, I reiterated the full commitment of the Republic of Kosovo to fully implement each and every point of the agreement which was reached in Brussels and in Ohrid. Vučić was furious, as you know. He loves to insult in his own language. But what was important is that we took the advice of our allies for this meeting, and of course the views that I express on behalf of the Republic of Kosovo are the same when Vučić is in the room and the same when Vučić is not in the room. So that President Macron and Chancellor Scholz had for both Kosovo and Serbia. It's not like President Vučić answered on any of those asks that they had for him, whereas what they asked Kosovo is to find a way to cause new elections in the north, which would give the Serb citizens there the opportunity to participate and elect mayors with a larger legitimacy. And I did inform them that our legal framework allows for that possibility, and we are ready to consider it in line with Kosovo's law on elections. That means Serb citizens, about 20% of them that are in the voters' lists, can sign a petition, and through that they can initiate the process of new elections, and we are ready to follow the law. It's very easy. It's a very democratic process. We allow our citizens to determine when they want new elections, and I believe without a problem we can move forward with that. But we need participation from their side. They can elect the mayor of their choosing with a higher legitimacy, but they need to participate. Vučić was asked not to interfere, not to pressure citizens to not participate. There was no answer from his side. Of course, as I said, there are legal procedures in terms of repeating elections. We cannot just wake up one beautiful morning and say, let's have new elections. We have to follow our laws and we have to follow our constitution. But as I said, these are very easy democratic procedures that allow the citizens to decide when they want new elections. As I said, there can be, of course, a de-escalation, but de-escalation starts in Belgrade by having these criminal gangs stop causing violence in north of Kosovo against innocent citizens. That is key, and that's what we've asked to happen. When it comes to the association of Serb majority municipalities, we have committed to respecting that obligation, of course, in line with Kosovo's constitution and the Constitutional Court decision of 2015, which also helps Kosovo keep its functionality internally. Otherwise, we may risk another Republika Srpska in the region, which I don't think anyone in their sane mind would want to repeat. On the association of Serb majority municipalities, there can be progress, of course, but there needs to be progress on the other points of the agreements because they're not less important. Serbia needs to stop objecting to Kosovo's membership in international organizations. They need to respect Kosovo's territorial integrity and sovereignty and all of the other principles that are envisaged in the German-French proposal. Despite, as I said, these disagreements of the past few days, I'm working very extensively with our American partners as well as partners from the EU, and we are all of the same opinion that a path forward, a solution for de-escalation is very close, but we need to ensure that the focus is on the full implementation of the agreement, not just parts of it.